Um, what the hell did I just experience? I don't know if I like this. It was certainly something. The minigames were fun, but to be honest, I'm lost. I'm so lost. That was weird as I've literally never played something that weird before. So I've never played a WarioWare game before. This made for a very strange experience. But let's get my opinions down now that I've played this game. So this game, in essence, is a series of short, well very short, mini games that play one after another. If you fail, you lose a life. Usually you have about 4 lives per level. There are about 8 levels, but there are a few additional ones post-game. So this game goes really, really quickly. And especially if you aren't terrible at it. If you're not bad at this game is incredibly short. The mini games are all focused on movement, so I mean, if you got any problem moving your arm at all, then this game is awful for you. You gotta have a bit of movement ability. The games themselves, while short, were for the most part fun, or they at least made me laugh, which I would take as a bit of a W. A few duds aside from the mini games, I did enjoy them. The story I really didn't care for, and the characters were meh. They ranged from enjoyable to really couldn't care less. But the animation itself was really nice, and the mini games themselves it's really strange. They had a cheap but expensive feel to them. They were kind of like postmodern. In other words, controlling it was pretty darn good for the most part, but the visual mess you'll see is all part of the package. It's clearly a stylized choice. One I started to grow fond of the longer I played too. To start off with, really didn't like it, but by the end I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. By the time I was nearing the end, I was enjoying myself quite a lot. Highlight for me was every time I had to learn a new position and was told in a calm voice a metaphorical description of what I was doing. They were very funny. I really liked them.
The remote control. Hold the forebaton straight, with the tip pointing forward. This simple stance reflects one of life's fiercest and greatest sports, channel surfing.
Also of notable amusement was a boss fight where I had to basically dance and tap at the right time. And my sister watched me doing it, and it seems I was actually dancing along to this incredibly strange dance. It was blooming weird and amazing. Sadly, not all games were as fun. Some had clear issues in design, whilst others were just boring, but for the most part these games remained actively engaging, and as a short burst of fun, they succeeded. There are also a series of other small games involved, such as a ping pong one, which another high score based one was based on the levels and was just random mini games where you had 4 lives to see how many you could complete. It's alright, pretty fun. These small games or additions were fun and a nice sideline to the storyline. I like them. The story took me about 2 hours to complete, so I mean this thing is super short. But I got this game super cheap since it is old, and luckily it has not increased in price compared to some old ones. So my money was still well spent, but I can't imagine spending full price on this when it was released. I feel I would have been disappointed. Then finally there is multiplayer. Annoyingly, it's only unlocked after completing the storyline. I don't like my multiplayer being hidden behind completing something else. That is really annoying. Well, you get this game and you're like, you've got some friends around when you get the game, and you're like, oh yes, let's do the multiplayer together, and it's like, oh no, you're gonna have to do the single player. No, that is rude. How dare you? I mean, I wasn't in that situation, but had I been, I know I would have been annoyed. But anyway, give me my damn multiplayer from the beginning. This time the games are slightly longer. Since we are in lockdown, I had to bring over my good friend, my left hand, meaning I was playing games using both arms. I'm ambidextrous, and this surprisingly worked pretty well. First game I played was darts. As someone who loved darts on the Clubhouse Games game on the Switch, that's kind of a mouthful, how would this stand up compared to Clubhouse Games? Well, it is pretty good, but it's not as good as the Switch. Then again, it's 13 years older, so You feel like you have a decent control over it and the movement feels good, but there is definitely some wackiness with throwing it. It's like sometimes it does not go anywhere near where you think it should, and you know your movement is good. You're like, what's going on there? I've got experience with my dart games, and this was mediocre. But as an addition to a minigame collection, it's fun. In short, I did like it. There are a few other multiplayer games as well. Most of them are where you're competing against another person, trying to get the most wins in these short minigames, or microgames as it calls them. And that's pretty much it. This game doesn't have loads to it. It's got some cool, wacky animation, weird storylines, weird characters, which are, as I said, they're okay. Some of them are good though. And it's got lots of small minigames, which are, I really do enjoy the minigames, they are fun. It's a hard one to rate, because in one half I feel disappointed by the game because it isn't much, but in the other half, what it is, it does really well. And what it is, it intends to be in its own little niche corner. So it does it well, but if you're used to potentially Mario Party or even like Wii Party, then it may not be for you. If you like anything with a bit more depth and substance to it, it may not be for you. But if you just want a wacky fun time, then this game's probably right up your alley. It might not entertain you for years, but it can entertain you for a weekend or two. Wow! This review was short. It seems only right that a short game full of even shorter minigames has a mini review. What do you think of WarioWare? Do you like this game or the series? How about WarioWare on Switch? Is that a good idea? How would it work? Like and subscribe for... oh, I've written for me. Like and subscribe for more. Oh my god. Like and subscribe for more, and check out my other videos. I have been Morgan. Oh, balls lost my voice. What the fruit? I have been Morgan, and this has been on the Aim Await channel. And this was WarioWare Smooth Moves Power Edition in English, of course. The Tiny Wario level was actually hard. I failed like 5 times. Fair play, game. Fair play.
Boom, boom.